Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, and I'm doing something that's, I guess, a couple days old, but I figured I'd still get this video out there in order to share my thoughts. For those who still don't know, I guess, which is what, like one, two of you people, Eiichiro Oda had recently revealed some pretty big news about the One Piece manga going forward, and the future. So let's just get into this, shall we? But yeah, just let's get into this. One Piece manga creator Eiichiro Oda teased future developments for the manga via a handwritten message during a stage presentation at the Jump Festa 2018 event on Sunday. In the message, Oda said that the manga will enter the Wano country next year. He added that he said the same thing last year, but explained that at a time he thought he would be able to enter this arc this year. So yeah, that's immediately right off the bat. I do have to say that to be honest with you, I think a lot of the times we just kind of hold Oda in such a high regard that I think we even forget that even he himself at times is human. So even he can make mistakes. Like I think Oda genuinely wanted to believe that he would get to Wano in 20 that he would get to Wano this year, but I think uh, I think it's almost one of those things where his creativity almost got the better of him. Like I think a lot of times Oda's creativity does get the better of him, and during the time of writing a story, he says, "Ooh, I can expand on this," or "Ooh, I can expand on this." So yeah, I think it is one of those things where it just kind of where there was just so much he could. I think he found so much to explore in the whole Cake Island arc that it's like, yeah, I realized I was getting way ahead of myself with that. So, but yeah, it's a simple mistake, I guess, on his part. It's something we can easily forgive, honestly. I think, or at least I can, anyway. I'm not sure about anyone else, but yeah. Anyway, Oda also stated in the message that he plans to introduce a lurking legend in the One Piece story next year. He also added that it will be Luffy and his crew's greatest enemy. Oda teased that this enemy might be related to Whitebeard. Oda also teased that the Paramount War storyline in this series will look cute compared to that. Okay. There are dozens of little things to dissect with just this one paragraph already. Oda says, a lurking legend in the One Piece world next year, and also Luffy and his crew's greatest enemy, and also might be related to Whitebeard. Okay, so first off, the first thing I want to address with that whole Luffy and his crew's greatest enemy, and the whole might be related to Whitebeard thing. A lot of people have been thinking. A lot of people at the right now have been thinking it's going to be Edward Weevil who's supposedly who is supposedly the son of Whitebeard. But to me, and okay, on one hand, he could be because we definitely don't know how strong Weevil exactly is. But on the other hand, when you factor in the lurking legend bit as well as Luffy and his crew's greatest enemy, part of me is almost kind of leaning more towards Blackbeard. And like, okay, on one like okay on one hand, one reason I say Blackbeard is because first off, it would still fit into the enemy related to Whitebeard thing, but also it says Luffy and his crew's greatest enemy, and let's face facts. Blackbeard, for the most part, has been set up as probably the final boss, or the final villain, final antagonist of the as the final greatest antagonist of the One Piece story. So, I like okay. On one hand, okay, like the best way, like okay, we did okay. So, on the factor that it is Blackbeard, on the fact if it is in fact Blackbeard, I think I think this is almost going to be one of those things where, or it's going to be where it's probably. I think this is probably him teasing, almost like that. Definitely, maybe even. I think this is. I think if there is going to be a confrontation between Blackbeard and Luffy at this point, it might be a someone one of those things where it'll be a prelude to pretty much the big things, which means I think what's going to happen is that it might be like a confrontation between between Luffy and Blackbeard initially, but then probably someone like Shanks will probably interfere. And a lot of people, including myself, have probably thought for the longest time that Shanks is inevitably going to get killed by Blackbeard, and maybe just maybe, this is also that time. He's teasing that it's if that does happen, then it's going to happen sooner than it is. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, right now, while there is open debate on Weevil, I I'm kind of leaning a little more towards Blackbeard, and if it does play out the way I think it is, in which Blackbeard and Luffy are gonna have like an initial confrontation, and then Shanks interferes and maybe eventually dies, that's then yeah, Oda, you are a dirty, Oda. That is just plain fucking mean. But yeah, just yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Oda had said in an interview that in the Super Kabuki 2 One Piece Idai Naru Sekai, I don't know if I even pronounced that right, my Japanese sucks ass, uh, photo collection and information book that shipped last month, that he thought that he will get to Wano country arc within 1 to 2 years, but he will also thought that he will get to within 1 to 2 years, but he will also probably draw a story related to Ace within the arc. Story related to Ace, so related to Ace within the arc. So wait, he's going to include Ace somehow in the arc. So it's going to. So does that mean that during this whole Wano arc, we're actually going to get more of a flashback story on Ace? Because that's the only way I see that happening. Huh? Whatever it is, it should be interesting, because Wano, if it's Wano, you think it'd be more directed on. You think any flashbacks would be more directed on Kaido, but if Ace is going to be in this story, then this should be interesting. But yeah, Oda said in an interview in July 2016 that he had finished around 65% of the manga. The manga currently has 430 million copies in print worldwide, 360 million copies in print in Japan, and 70 million copies in print outside of Japan. One Piece is huge. No matter what the people say, they cannot deny One Piece is fucking huge. Like, holy shit. Like, honestly, like with these numbers, it like, okay, we can pretty much like we can basically argue back and forth about how Oda works for Shonen Jump, but honestly, with these numbers, I'm almost thinking it's the reverse. Like, I'm thinking Shonen Jump basically works for Oda. We have to admit that. Like, Oda, like, let's, like, I'm reminded of something from Neverworld said, which is that Jump is at his every beck and call. And you know what? I'm inclined to agree. Jump basically, I think, let's face facts. Jump is basically kissing Oda's feet practically half the time. Like, Oda, I don't know if you're even aware of your series, if you're even aware of how big of an impact your series has even had on Jump or not, but yeah, Oda, you have Shonen Jump at your every beck and call. Oda, you're huge, and honestly, a lot of the times, I often wonder I wonder, like, whenever One Piece ends, Shonen Jump is gonna suffer big time. Like, Shonen Jump is gonna struggle in order to find something that will be as popular as One Piece, which I don't think can even be done, but it'll be interesting to see them try anyway. But yeah, Oda began serializing the manga in Weekly Shonen Jump in 1997. That's been 20 fucking years. Holy shit. And the manga has been published in more than 30 countries. Shueisha released the manga's 87th compiled book volume in November 2nd, and Viz Media released the 84th volume on November 7th. So, yeah, guys, yeah, Oda's planning So yeah, Oda, like, okay, the one, okay, the one thing actually I definitely want to say more about that whole thing about how he's saying it's going to be how he's okay. One thing I failed to mention before, like one thing I want to mention about how he said he's going to make the Paramount war look cute in comparison to what's going to happen in Wano, what's going to happen in the future. I'm like, I'm like, okay. You'd think that what he's talking about is eventually when they end up getting to the is the final throne war. You'd think that's what would make the Paramount War look cute, but if he's planning on making something that's going to make that look cute beforehand, this like okay, it's one of those things where on one hand Oda's trolling us big time, but on the other hand, we know the man has the fucking skills to back it up. So it's one of those for me personally. When it comes to Oda, I'm one of those people who takes both sides. I'm one who okay, right now I'm taking it as though he's trolling us. But on the other hand, I'm prepping myself for some actual big shit because we know. Well, like, Oda does love the trolls, but we know the man has the mad skills to back it up. So, yeah, right now I'd say we need. I guess we should be. I guess be leery as to whether or not he can do it. But if he can, prepare for some mad hype, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this little One Piece discussion. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death and Night of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.